Here we have a Silvertone. This is a Silvertone model 1994. It's from 1935. You can see the dial here. I believe they used this chassis in a console as well. Dial here is very nice. It's got the green world, fine tuning. There's a tone, power, volume. This is a band switch, and then I don't know what this does. Maybe distant local. And of course tuning. Magic eye, it's nice. Cabinets, you know, it looks really bad, but it's not. It's the finish. The finish loss is pretty substantial, but I mean, you've got a little bit of veneer, down here, a little veneer chipping here. You've got a little bit at the top. And then this side is really the worst of it. You have basically this whole piece that's completely gone. Now, I think what I'm going to do, I mean, there's a couple things I could do. I could just remove this and replace the whole side. That's the right way to do it. Given that it's the side and no one really sees it, I might just cut it and then just replace the strip because, I mean, like I said, it's the side. No one really is going to look at it. This is coming unglued. I could glue that. Like I said, this here, I'll patch something in there and you know, probably cut it here and just patch a piece there. The other side, you've got a little bit of loss over here, so I can again do something with that. The veneer on the side is cheap veneer, very cheap veneer, but that's what they did back then. You know, it was meant to be, you know, good from the front and not from the side. The chassis is what it is. There's this piece of plastic. You know, it's got the original speaker. You know, Silvertone did this thing for a little while. They were using all metal tubes. That's what they were doing in this one. And they used metal output tubes. These are 6F6s. Just don't want to unplug. Come on. Yeah. Retube with Silvertone of 6C5. Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a 6F6, is it? 6C5. I think the next one is a 6F6. One of these is. This is a push-pull audio set. 6F6. There we go. That's a 6F6, and then you got one over here. I think this is one. Yeah, this is crusty. Needs a lot of cleaning. Okay, that just doesn't work. Come on, 6F6. There you go. So you got the two 6F6s push-pull. And then the rectifier in this, I believe originally it was like a 5Z4, which is not the best. I bet this is a 5Y3, which is better. They're like 5Y3. Yeah, you can use both, doesn't matter. So that's good. 5Y3 is a good upgrade for this because they did, I think it was the 5Z4 was a it was a little bit like the 6X5, where you know, it's kind of susceptible to heater to cathode shorts, and you know, you end up with a bad power transformer because of that. I'm hoping the transformer's okay in this. The other thing that's nice about this set is it has a fuse built in, which was a good, you know, a good feature. Other than that, I mean, it's, you know, it needs some help. Like I said, the cabinet needs help, but I think it's not beyond saving, so that's good. This is, you know, the veneer, gluing it, that's going to be the biggest issue here. I think what I'm going to do is fix the cabinet before I do the chassis, and then also before I refinish it, I'm going to just do gluing and everything, and then strip it and refinish it. So yeah. It took me a while to get the chassis out because these bolts were rusted. I had to use my grinder to cut them off. We're going to have to replace them, but that's fine. The chassis had some mouse activity. You can see a few eaten wires. That's not a big deal. The coils look okay. It's good news. Hasn't had a whole lot of work. Possibly one or two capacitors changed. I think these two were changed. And then, of course, the filters. Other than that, I think that's about it. We'll just take a look at the top here. Dial is beautiful. I love that. Okay, I'm gluing some veneer here. I've already done that. I'm going to glue that. I'm going to trim this when we're done. And then I did the side here. And I'm going to do this side. Once that dries, we'll have to glue this whole thing down. I'm going to have to trim this to make it look a little better. In the meantime, I've started de-rusting the chassis. I've, pulled off most of the rust. The right way to do this, if I wanted it perfect, would be to spray paint it. I'd pull the, everything off, spray paint it, put it all back. But to be honest, I don't think I'm going to. I mean, it's never going to look beautiful, but this is not something I really want to do, so I don't think I will. Okay, so we got some things here. I did a quick check of the power transformer primary. It's okay. And then I checked the high voltage side, also checks good. No wax or anything like that. Check the fuse. The fuse is good. I don't know if someone replaced it with a 5 amp fuse, but for now, the fuse is good. I also went over to the speaker, checked the output transformer. It checks okay, and so does the field coil. So that's good news. So basically what we have now is we're going to go ahead and change some capacitors. This is basically standard. Okay, all the caps have been changed. Electrolytics, everything. Has a 2 amp fuse in it. It's probably okay. It probably really needs a 1, but 2, maybe. Put sleeving on the wires that were exposed from the mouse damage. I'm going to go ahead and power this up. I've got the dim bulb on just in case there's a problem. And we'll see what happens. Okay, got everything powered up. Or I will power everything up in a minute here. I don't know what band I'm on. Just grab the tool for touching the tube to see what's going on. Got the... Let's get that on DC volts. I don't know what this does, but I guess we'll find out. 20 volts. The bulb is on for the dial light. Okay, we're getting some voltage. 35 volts to 45 volts. We're at almost 60. Go to 70.
Either put this positive wow.
It's a shortwave. Definitely shortwave. That's AM. Is it really this sensitive? Volume.
Monday, December 22nd. Throw a bit in a playoff spot soon. Peak embarrassment.
Let's bring it up a little more.
Embarrassment. And no one is surprised because for 3 months they've been bad. It's just truly...
A little dirty tuning capacity.
Comes from the DOJ, and this is from Unleash Prosperity, which is the conservative economics group that is led by our friend, the economist Steve Moore. They lost in court in their last clash with Google, the world's search engine
this
leader,
radio is
which
great.
they remind you is free,
wow.
free of charge. I've never understood why somebody would say, well, I don't like it.
This is a ridiculously sensitive
comes out today. That coffee.
If you qualify, no one knows these programs better than the experts at Optimus Acetone brand.
This is selective too.
And
wow.
Here he comes out. He's got 50 on the tube. Yes. You want to know why?
You're not even to full voltage.
That's why you will continue to lose. That's why. And also, it was like 10 years ago where he says Roquan is the player. And market action. Vice President J.D. Vance saying tonight he believes the U.S. government is on track to shut down. Congressional leaders showed no signs of progress toward a deal on a short-term spending bill after meeting with.
All right, this is a great radio. Wow. Okay. Very happy with the way this performs. I haven't even aligned it, haven't done anything. All I did was put some new capacitors in it, a new dial light, a new cord, and I tested the tubes, but didn't have to change any. They were all okay. So, yeah, I needed capacitors and dial lamp and a cord. Okay, I just put a thermistor in the Silvertone. I figured since the original rectifier, which is long gone, the 5Z4 has a slower warm-up, I figured I'd put a thermistor in and let this warm up a bit slower as well. So that's done. I've got all the caps changed. I'm going to check a couple of resistors. I'm most curious about the ones in the audio circuit because I want to make sure that that's not far off, because that'll change the cathode and the bias of the output tubes. So I'm going to look at those. Looks like there's a couple 500K resistors, it looks like. And then there's one that I think is a 300 ohm. I'll have to find that, but yeah. Okay, I saw two resistors here. They were measuring, they're supposed to be 500K. They were measuring 1.2 and 1.3 meg. So some of these are a little off, but those were really off. So we're changing them. In general, I don't get too crazy about resistors unless they're really far off. And, and those were really far off. If they're, here's a couple, like here's a 1 meg. It's measuring 1.2. I'm going to leave it. What other ones? Here's 150K. It's measuring 200K. Probably should change it, but I'm going to leave it. Some of these I'm not crazy about, but when it's double the value, that's when I'm not leaving it.
Well, looking nice and prosperous and successful, and it clearly is not. I think we've done a pretty good job of describing how bad it is. Thanks for the call, by the way. Have you heard about weight cycling? Sounds good. It's not an exercise. It's fad diets. It's the things where you lose weight and then gain weight and you add some more pounds. Half of all Americans do that. It's not good for you. If you do it enough,
forkids.org. We are proud. Proud to serve. Boy, I get it. When we're done,
India is small, but very visible enough.
He promoted consecrated life for women and involved these women in his work.
My noggin with a sap, but nothing happened. I switched on the headlights to stood in the glare of them for fully a minute, but nobody even shot at me. I flushed the shrubbery, no gunman. Checked the ignition wires, no booby track. Driving back to town, I racked my brain for some way to bring them out into the open. I felt like a man with his life savings all on one number, waiting for the wheel to stop spinning, which wasn't far from the truth. Not much of a cliffhanger, but the best we can do this week.
weekly Sunday adventure of Dashiell Hammett's famous private detective,